have to do Ugo number 2. And then Shamail. Oh, dang it. Okay, well. No, I can't, Frying Pan. If I log out of this account, I'm not going to be able to log back on. So. So this will be the new hard team. We have increased speed, decreased speed, provoke and revive, decreased defense and weaken, some kind of damage, block buffs, and Shamail. So that team should be very good. Finally hit 100 million on Brutal. Nice, nice. You finished the Thor fusion? Oh, sick. Okay, and then... I don't know if it's going to let me keep this. Hold on, let me take a picture of this real quick. Send it to you. It looks kind of like blurry because I'm taking a picture just like that. Right, if I log out here, we're done for the day, so... Finish the Thor fusion. You have 30 sacreds. Is it worth doing the summons? Yeah, tomorrow for Teox. Or today for Fina if you need your Hydra team for Trunda. Okay, cool. We're back in. Okay, so if we do that, you should... Oh, it's not going to let me switch teams? The third team should be a Trunda team. Period. End of story. Fine with Trunda. Exactly, exactly. We're aware we're having problems. We've reported the issue. Thank you. Please don't flood the channel with messages. You don't know us very well. Besa, what's up, what's up? Def, oh my goodness. Dead on your end? Okay. Alright, so Trunda. I'm gonna just start writing stuff down. Normal team. Trunda. Who else would we do? Trunda and Rabbit. Razzlevarg. Then you would have to do what's her face? It's not even gonna let me switch now. Channel gets flooded immediately, yes. Deliana. Trunda, Razzlevarg, Deliana. Yamiko. Arbiter. And Kymar. Something like that. See, for example, on this account, not that he has shards, but pulling for Fino would be insane on this account. Also, Teox would be insane. I don't know if that's enough. Trunda, Razzlevarg. Maybe we don't need Razzlevarg on that team. Probably somebody for provoking. Or provoke. Or Vizix. Raid's okay here? Really, Mikey? I can't even look over here to another team. Hey, welcome on in, new followers. That's nice. Stick around until the game's working again. Tea towel? What are you talking about? Is that supposed to be inappropriate? Oh, wait a second. Isn't in that team that I sent? Thunder, Razelvarg, Deliana. No, somebody, Chinaki needs in that team too. Maybe just no Kymar. If you run no Kymar, you can run it on auto. Okay, so... So instead of Razelvarg, and instead of Kymar, we'll put Vizix and Michinaki. And then you can just, like, run it as a normal team. Okay. Cool. So, that team would be... I think that's right. You'd have Trunda in the lead. Trunda. And then Arbiter would be in there as your revive and increase attack. You'd have Yamiko in there as the Hex and the reset. You would have Vizix in there as your provoke and decrease speed. Deliana has to be your block buffs. And then Michinaki for the Hex and decrease defense. That team would be strong. That team would be strong. But that means we don't have Duchess in a team, so I guess we could use Duchess instead of Arbiter, but Arbiter's great. Gonna go nap, something you need to do also. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna raid somebody and go lay down myself. It's not like I can do anything right now anyway, so. My dude, make those couple gear changes, run that team, and let me know how it goes, okay? Are we even gonna be able to raid somebody? I mean, I can definitely raid somebody. What are they gonna do? Soul Saint, I know he's trying to rectify the problem. He's in a Hydra run. Oh no. Okay, that looks like a baller Hydra run too. That'll be nice for you guys. That'll be nice for you guys, so that you'll be able to watch something. And then he can take his good old time. Okay, we'll do that, and then I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some soup or something. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back pulling shards tomorrow. WoW and Overwatch are also down at the moment. What is going on in the world? The aliens are invading. I'll see you guys never. Let's go take shelter. Don't panic. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. Okay, bye.
I don't know. I'm running 2 accounts right now. At the moment, I haven't had any issues. Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, I'm also having the same problem where, like, I was actually going to farm the event dungeon today specifically, and game went kaput. I know Jedi can see.
Did you say gross? Server maintenance, etc.
Fingers crossed things turn out better. We get like a resolution sooner rather than later. WoW, Overwatch, and War Thunder are down at the moment too.
World of Warcraft is down too.
No shot, really?
Don't say fucking fuck.
Really?
Zoltan is the dankest.
All their servers are offline. No shot.
What do you got?
A lot. Every single server is down? Yo, who hacked the internet?
Wait, it's Tuesday. No, it's Tuesday. World of Warcraft, that's normal. It's Tuesday reset.
Fair.
They're
Fair, but
also
not
releasing,
at this time though.
Yeah, they're releasing a mythic patch right now. I guarantee you won't be able to. I bet they have server maintenance to go look it up.
If it's intended to server maintenance, yeah, that's something different.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's not. That's not the case because like their classic servers are all up, and Cataclysm Classic is also up too. Well, there's a couple of them, but they seem to be only people who have characters on this realm already are currently able to. Yeah.
The new X Pack dropped. What?
Hold on real quick. Yo, Jordy! Welcome back to the Brotherhood. Welcome back to the family. Welcome back to Sin and Ice, my dude. Don't think I didn't see you. Thank you, sir. And also, why are you being a degenerate on Minecraft? Something's wrong with you. I'm a snitch. Now go ahead.
No, I was gonna say something, but I'll keep it myself. Jordy knows.
I got 4 instances going perfectly fine. What are you doing, though, is my question. Are you, like, because mine was specifically while I was farming Odin. But I won't lie. I mean, just before I got on, well, actually, just as I got on stream, I did 1 siege battle, and it was perfectly fine. Then the moment I started farming, I farmed a bunch of other stuff real quickly, and then the moment I started farming Odin, that's when it went down for me. Well, I was down because Mythical Raid released, though, and Weekly Maintenance. Yeah. We were just talking about that. Someone didn't pay their internet bill, it seems, Kappa. Yo, I need player to get together. Yo, Dark Media, thank you for the follow, man. You think they would tell us in advance? Fuck, they're the associated community. That's true. No, I don't think this is an intended maintenance period. This is actually like incident downtime. Something happened that was outside of expectation. The fuck's wrong with Minecraft? Jordy, what's wrong with Minecraft?
It's Jordy.
It's
not
Jordy
Minecraft.
specifically. Yeah. These things are not the same, brother. Minecraft and a Cursed City battle. Okay, so maybe it's not game like specific game material related. Interesting. I'm just farming random stuff on the free to play and Shogun and Cursed City on the main. Skydoodle, where are you from? For those of you guys who don't know, I have a chat window up here. We're talking on both YouTube and on Twitch. We're live on both. Compensation better be good or I riot. You mean good? I'm having 0 issues farming with Odin. Really? Lightning was about to get Duchess. That's why the servers went down. Yo, why y'all bullying him?
Yeah. I mean, we could bully him because he pulled Ancients today instead of the event. Not a 2x.
All right. You're in Canada. So I think most of the people that are down right now, I'm North American. I'm actually in the in Georgia. So I'm assuming it's not regional base, is it? You're Canadian also, and you're fine, right? You said you have 0 issues too. Saw Lightning didn't do normal Hydra this week. Uh-oh. I'm EU and is down here too. You're in Quebec, Canada. What's up, Silent Knight? Yeah, I actually talked to her directly already. She told me they were looking into it. Yeah, she was looking into it. Did she actually say that in the main Discord channel? Let me see. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, she's on it. She's on it. Good for her. To be honest, I think they just need to put a slow timer on there and slam. Maybe get somebody ahead out. So like, I used to be what would be considered incident management, which would be whenever applications go down or some kind of connectivity issues go. This is where I would step in and coordinate and like inform customer clientele as well as coordinate the response team to like fix the issue. And one of the first things we do outside of our diagnostics is get a notification out as soon as possible, get ahead of the wave, and communicate that there is an acknowledgement of a problem and that investigations are currently ongoing. And then we try to allow for a timely update every so often, like a reasonable expectation is like you should hear back from us within X amount of time, and then let them go from there. But mind you, I was doing it in service to the military, so they, maybe they have a different structure compared to more privatized companies like this one. I know you'd be familiar with it because I've done coverage with your crew too. Get them ad hocs, dude.
Like service level.
SLA, yep. Service level agreement. Yep. It's just another week Canadians do it better. Alright, relax. I'm gonna come back in the game is down for me also too as well. Okay, so it's not regionally. It's just I don't know. They already announced that it was a Cloudflare issue, so we'll see. Maybe that's where their hosting services are flowing through.
Should have been through AWS, brother.
Yo, Thor's Door animations are badass and damage is definitely good. Yeah, I think when we first saw I have to give credit where credit's due, but what was his name? Scratch. Scratch is the one that did like a very, very well put together playtest that influenced my decision to go for him. Both from like a free to play aspect as well as a more progressed account aspect. He did a good job at it, and that was what kind of got me along the board, like saying, "Yo, we should go for him." Because this kid was good. I think the main thing we wanted to see was like how are the damage numbers going to look, And he delivered. He delivered enough information for me to work off of. So.
I think people are saying this damage is like maybe just a hair under Girl.
I think Girl still edges ahead, but I would also argue like now at that point it'd be more of a conversation of affinity too. Like this rotation is not good for her because I think they have more blue up in general. And the squishies themselves are also blue, so like Girl's less valuable here. But like in the rotation that we all hate, she's a goddess in. Which branch? So I did service for. So I wasn't officially like a military personnel. I was subcontracting or contracted to them. So let's make it painfully aware that I am not that level of cool. The people who serve and I'm good. The people that serve, they're better. They're more better people than I am. So give your salutes to them, not so much me. I just supported them in a sense, right? But a lot of my military background, first couple years were Army, a little bit of the Air Force there. So AESD was where I kind of did a lot of stuff for it. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Enterprise Service. That was us. And then God, I hate to do this to you, Keyless. What are the Weekend Warriors?
Guard or
the National Guard. There you go. Yeah. So the guards.
That's me.
Yeah, the guards. We did service for them too as well.
On the weekend.
I'm sorry, bro. And then I eventually got an opportunity to do service for the Marines and the Navy, and that's where the big portion of my what would be my IT career at that time. That's where it really kind of skyrocketed at. And I did a lot of stuff, particularly for the Marines. There was a little overlap with the Navy, but mostly the Marines at that point. And that's where I became incident management and a bunch of other things there. It was really from a growing experience, is very, very it was worth it. It was worth it. I learned a lot. And that's where we learned like a lot of this whole logistical stuff about like, you know, downtime, incident response, and all that stuff like that. That's when I started having like people under me as a team and all that other stuff. So I'm in Colorado and everything is smooth here. All right, Tanjiro. Come alive. Anyone too technical problems to log into the game? Yes, Farhat. We have a problem right now in game. There are people currently unavailable. Big salutes to Culips for giving us some kind of content to watch. Looks like he's on his way to his Billy. I think you're gonna PB. If you keep it up, I think you're gonna PB.
As long as I don't screw up. Which I've done like 5 times today.
Like you killed yourself off of reflect or something, or like?
Yeah. Mission I can kill himself off. But
I'll be honest
I'm
with
not
you.
really
That's why I would probably keep Androck in that second form and just say, "Yo, we're chilling." Well, I get the buffs and all that extra stuff. It looks like you guys are doing pretty good, like keeping it up. It looks like all you have to do is keep it up, and then you can retain it for the most part.
heck yeah, brother.
You're welcome, man. No problem. I was a computer operator, 3CO in the or is that zero? 3C0 in the Air Force for 6 years. Out of being 2WO. Really? For 6 years? Wow. Yo, thank you for your service, man.
That was a while ago. That was back in like 2005, probably. Was when they transitioned. No, it's later than that. 2010, when they transitioned from 3C to 3 Deltas. That's the job I'm in now.
Really?
Well, now I'm not a 3 Delta anymore. I'm a 1 Bravo. They moved us to operators. We do cyber defense now.
Yo, what's up, Juggle? How you doing, man? Too bad he won't be able to save the key. Actually, as long as they get the servers back up in time, he should be able to retain it. But considering that he hasn't even hit turn limit yet, when he hits turn limit, that's 2/3 of the fight done. So as of right now, he's still in his second third, quote unquote. When he sees his own turn limit, that's when, like at the 1,000 mark, that's 2/3. So we still got a good bit of ways. This could go up to about like an hour and a half, maybe, depending. We'll be back when the game is up. No problem, Reckon.
I'll give you 45 minutes of
content. Yeah.
content. She lost his way.
Good, brother. Glad to see you streaming today. My bays are better when you stream, no cap. Well, I'm happy to be of service. And it's good to see you too, brother. Pucker up. All right, let me see here. At $14.99 turn, he could just chill and wait. True. Imagine if the damage if you didn't swap forms on Androck. You mean stay on base form or stay on damage or the secondary form? Elaborate, sir. What up, D? How you doing, dude? I blame Saint for my new PBs. Heh. That's all you, brother. I just work here. Stay base unless shit hits the fan. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's the turn meter boost. It's literally a turn meter boost.
Oh, so more turns instead of the boss? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing is, though, is he wants to have the block buff consistency on the team from him.
If I could get a better, I'm lacking block buff champions. Dangerous.
You know the odd thing about it? I was thinking about dropping Lazarius from my team to have Androck in there and keeping him on the second form period. So it's interesting you say that. I guess not only that though too. If you rate him in like 9-piece prot, you could technically push more output from your team. But I think if you're gonna go like second form, this is a thought I had. Second form Androck only. But is it Feral that gives you more damage if you have debuffs from him, from the caster? At 9-piece? I have to work towards it, but I mean, like, if you do that, you could kind of get the same thing out of like protection just via debuffing and just keep him on his second form then, and then you kind of net more damage that way.
So is protection per buff, not per buff type?
It's per buff.
Okay, so
but it's by the caster itself, so like, it doesn't have to be protected or anything like that. It just has to be buffs in general. So like, you know how Mikage does 2 from her A3? that'd be 10%.
She's in protection right now.
Yeah. Yeah, if they have second, if have reflect damage on your team or steal your buffs, you switch to safety button. So you're just saying you just power through it until like moment hits the shit hits the fan. I feel like that's so dangerous. That's such a gamble because like for me, it's not even the heads themselves that are a problem. It's they get reflect damage and you kill yourself. That shit scares me. I prefer to blame you, huh? Jonathan Maruko on the YouTube side. Thank you. Welcome. You have Loki, Winky. Loki's not bad, plus he has debuff spread too. I kind of called it whenever, if y'all watched my video on the breakdown of the champions and whatnot, and I talked about like their kits and stuff, I kind of called it. I was like, yeah, I could see him being valuable here. Bro, I got the techies. Big brain. I gotta give myself credit somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Second Boy Andrago was only good when Enfeeble worked. Nah. So my thinking was more so around the lines of that my current team doesn't have Weaken on the board, and I felt like out of anybody, the most replaceable out of the team would have been like maybe Lazarius. Although he is nice as a backup. In case shit does hit the fan, I could revive with him, and he also technically could do a pseudo, like, it's a little bit like overlapping with Mikage, but I did do 9-piece prod on him too as well, and it was nice. It was nice. But I feel like I'd probably get more output, considering that there's such a heavy overlap between him and Mikage for buffs, that I could probably get more value out of just netting the replacement towards like someone who does block buffs and maybe Weaken. And Androck was one of the ones I was considering. I also thought about just dropping a Lost 2 period and maybe bringing in Varl. We were just talking about that not too long ago. But I'm looking to scratch. Right now I'm kind of hovering around like 2.5 at the moment. I want to scratch towards like closer to 3 Billy. You know, it's good to try to push yourself a little bit more, you know. If I got logged down and can't log back in, check yeah, the game's broken right now. People are still looking at stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna break illusion real quick. Illusion. Look at that, they got an announcement.
Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Dad.
My dad taught me to seek adventure, to respect nature.
Wow, almost there.
To love it.
It's beautiful.
Do you love it? And now I want to protect it. For my son and the next generation. That's why I got a Subaru EV.
Wait for me.
The Subaru Solterra, powered by love.
Get great low-rate finance or lease offers on select new Solterra EV models during the Subaru Allowed to Love event going on now.
Hot Ones Blazing Bourbon Chicken, only at Panda Express.
Unlimited 1.5% cash back is just the beginning. With no annual fee. Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back?
It varies based on the composition itself. So there's never something specifically in mind. But I will be honest with you, some key supports and people who do specific debuffs and whatnot, getting them to the higher side of speeds is not bad because you want them to be able to rotate and have some level of consistency, especially as heads are going in and out. So anything closer to around like the 300s would be like a nice starting point. But like I said, it's also going to vary. It depends on the composition of the champions and what they bring to the table. So please know there may be some exceptions to those rules. And then your DPSs, I mean, I think anything less than 250, you're kind of going a little too slow. If you can kind of get north of 250 and maybe close to like 275, 280, I would say that feels really, really good. Because the more active you are in this fight, the more you're doing. But I wouldn't force your DPS to go higher speeds if you're compromising too much damage too. So like, also understand what your account has to bring to the table. If your account has limitations in terms of being able to hit those stat demands while maintaining damage at a decent rate, then I would also argue that you may not be ready to go those speeds, and it'd be more worthwhile to bring it down and make sure your damage is it's there. But I think, if anything, the most important part about this fight is supports first. The damage will come, but I definitely think it'd be more important for you to consider making sure you can control the fight first and foremost, and then from there you start weaning your way to just include as much damage as you can. If you just go raw damage right off the rip, you're going to do a lot of damage in a short amount of time, and then it's going to fall apart after that, you know? So. What kind of team did you put Loki in? Question mark? Oh, Defile Ears. I booked and built Loki, put 350 speed on him for Arena. He was terrible. I ended quick. So 350 speeds for Arena, depending on how high and how aggressive you're approaching, is considered slow nowadays. Hate to say it. But I guess also how you built him too is also important too. So there might be some caveats on that. I would say 350 for an area like Hydra, which is where we were more so kind of referring to. That's pretty fast.
Remind me of his kit.
He has a block debuff, and I think he also has debuff spreads, which are two big things. And you can also target your allies for a veil. Those are like the big key things I remember. I think he steals buffs too. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a bit hard using Thor. Huh?
Huh?
Tried a couple different comps. Issue, his buff strip is only one champion. His AI won't use A2 correctly, 0 damage. Yeah, you'd be mostly using him for his utility. So there's some caveats behind that. What you mean by that? Continue. Jerry Honey. Money. Alright, let me see here. Yo! There's a lot of people following. Yo, thank you guys for the follows. I only went in for Arena. I'm good on Hydra. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Remember, we're talking to a very wide range of players. So there's gonna be some people who are more progressed than others, and obviously you take what's good for you and then you discard the rest. You know, that's perfectly fine. Hellstar, thank you for the follow, man. Are you? I've seen your name before. Where have I seen your name before? Is it Arena? Brother, your name is familiar. I can't put my name on my finger on it, brother, but I've seen your name before. Welcome, man. Thank you for the follow. Sammy, what's up? Hey, bro, I'm new to the game, as in new today. Any tips, please? Yeah. Let's start with the non-game related ones. Shut up. Let's start with the non-game related ones. One, enjoy your own journey. Every single person's experience is going to be different from the person beside them. And don't get lost in the FOMO. You're going to have plenty of opportunities where you're going to see your allies and enemies get so much more value out of maybe certain shard pools or certain events that they participate in. You got your own path. You got your own journey that you're going to rock out with. Don't diminish that. Don't despise small beginnings, and enjoy the ride. That's number one. I think a lot of times we get lost in the FOMO and comparison, and that comparison is the thief of happiness, and I agree by that affirmatively. Number two, when starting out, let me see if I can find the guide. I wrote a guide. I think although it's a little dated, I might have to do a new one. It still has some good value that I think may be worthwhile for you. Thank God you guys can't see my YouTube feed right now. It's full of degeneracy.
Hold on, brother.
Hold on. I have a video. It's called How to Start as a New Player in Raid. I'm going to post it in chat if you give me one moment. It's a great little listen to, and you could take some things here and there that may be super valuable for you. So we don't get too lost in the conversation on this one in particular. But what I would suggest is, like, as a new player, a great way to kind of, like, get yourself going off right is to know what to prioritize, know what to work on, know where you can get some amenities, like, right off the rip with, like, promo codes and things of that sort. And I discussed that. I discussed what was currently available at the time, but I more importantly discussed how you can go about acquiring it and where you can go to learn it. You know, big solutions like Hell Hades and his website, there's a lot of knowledge that you can get there. So take your time and give it a listen. That could be something that could be really, really valuable for you when it comes to, like, starting the game off strong. Now, I'm a mid-maxer by nature, so a lot of my stuff was tailored towards, like, you know, hitting the ground running as efficiently as possible. But nevertheless, you know, there's going to be some things that may be applicable to you that may not be today. And, you know, like, you just take what's good for you out of that. But give it a good listen. It's pretty good. I guess another thing, too, that could be pretty valuable for you would be just because you get a new champion doesn't necessarily mean that you need to work on it right away. Stick to your plan. And I think one of the biggest things that I would say is identify, first and foremost, where your focus should be at and prioritize things first and foremost. Like, it's all about the planning structure. That's kind of the big thing here in this game, and sticking to it. There's so many distractions that can come along the way that can immediately derail you that I would warn people to do. Like, when I first started playing the game, you know, you get this new epic, you get this new champion, you don't know nothing about them, and you start reading up and you start seeing all this different information, and then that leads you going down the rabbit hole of partially building them up, not even fully building them up, partially building them up. Next thing you know, you forgot that one project you were working on that you should have fully seen because it would help you do this one more effectively. And you know, you don't want to create that conundrum where you're just constantly not completing projects and whatnot. So definitely formulate your plans, stick to those plans, because this game is full of distractions, and it's fun, but it's also dangerous at the same time too. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. But definitely give that video a watch. I think it'll help you out quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Wholesome Soul Saint over here.
What do you mean? This is normal Soul Saint. Don't log out, by the way. Seems to be server issues. Middle band? Question mark? No. I think I've seen you in game, bro. Do you do YouTube, Hellstar? I don't know. He looks Dutch. I wouldn't trust him. Huh? Me?
What?
Use promo code Monkey King. Lol. I can't rate in my raid account. Anyone that's know what's going on? What's up, Snoopy? Yes, the game is having issues at the moment. It's been reported to Plarium. I actually talked to them myself. They already told us that they're looking into it, so they are aware. They're tracking it, but it's an ongoing issue that we're hopefully gonna see resolved soon. Don't spread your gear thin, like he's saying. Prioritize your projects. I think that kind of comes along with it. Yeah. And there's other guys that are also on my YouTube, so definitely give that a browse and just kind of, I hate to say it this way, but get lost in the sauce. Enjoy getting lost in the sauce too as well, because that's going to be a big part about this game. The more you learn, the more fun the game gets, truthfully. And welcome to the community of Raid, man. I think that's another thing too. Maybe we're not as welcome as we should be, but like, you know, it's a good thing that there's new players, honestly. And one thing I will tell you as this is not so much a tip, but it's more so just an observation. We're all, for the most part, driving down the same road. We just might be at different spots. Where'd that come from? Let's go. I get way too many champions and not enough gear, and they're all mediocre. This is not normal soul. DGen warnings needed, huh? Was really getting into it earlier, not able to get into the game. Yeah, the game's broke right now, unfortunately. It's real bad when you're stuck between deciding to fully gear your Artec versus Godseeker. Oh boy. Priorities, brother. Thank you for following Aethor. Yo, what's up, Aethor Red? How you doing? Aren't you with Kimpachi's crew? Or you are Kimpachi's crew? What's up, man? Fair warning, you shouldn't trust Dutch people. What is this? Where's this coming from? What did the Dutch do? The only Dutch I know is Duchess. All right, let's see here. And wherever you go, there you are. All right. Why you diminishing what I said, dude? Leave me alone. What difficulty is this? I believe this is your Nightmare team?
This is Nightmare.
Yeah, it's Nightmare.
Completely free to play. I've been playing this game for years.
That's a lie. Let's see here. Yeah, I think he's definitely got valuability. Is anyone else unable to sign into Raid? Yes, Archangel. There's a lot of people having problems right now. The game is currently having connectivity issues. They said it's an issue with Cloudflare. So I'm assuming that's their hosting service or whatever. And they're having some problems right now that they're trying to resolve. Yeah, it's not you, brother. It's the game.
It's
Dutch
not
ovens.
you, it's me.
What are Dutch ovens? Never mind.
You know what a Dutch oven is. That was the quickest backpedal I've ever seen.
Yo, I get you with the prime, man. Thank you. I didn't do anything to deserve it, sir, but I appreciate it nevertheless, man. Let's go. Yo, new primer. Yo, I want everybody in chat right now, if you have the opportunity, the ability to, big salutes or claps for the homie Archangel. Archangel, welcome to the Brotherhood. Welcome to La Familia. Welcome to the 10 Nights, my dude. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Cloudflare has identified the problem as fixes being implemented. Let's go.
What's Dutch oven?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, Caleb, seriously, thank you for the content. Content. I wasn't expecting to be down, honestly.
It's okay. I don't mind. I'm just hoping when my run ends, I don't have to
not save it.
Yeah.
I think once you get really, really close, you just pause until we know for sure. You know?
And then we start talking about
something.
Odin.
Here's the issue, I guess. If I have Arbiter, Boost, Stripper, and Loki, then I only have one nuker, and I don't have Mythical or Terror, so I often need 2 nukers. Would you consider yourself, and not to be mean or anything like that, it's just more so I can understand you a little bit more. Would you consider yourself more of an early game player, mid game player, late game player? Like where would you put yourself at? For me, if I were to put on a scale, early, mid, late, end game being the strongest, early game being the weakest, where would you place yourself at? Because I would argue that, like, depending on your account's progression, one nuker should be able to do the job, and the supports that are built around him should be able to enable him to do his job more. So we can have a conversation around that if you really want to, but, fair.
She's dead.
That post was made 39 minutes ago. Someone lost their job. Rip at a network admin. I'm a mid-game account. I have Gina, and I'm wondering if I should go straight damage or put some accuracy on him. Depending on where would be the caveat. But if you want my opinion, I think that to some degree having some level of accuracy would probably be wise, considering where you would want to use them or where I would recommend you do use them does require it. The answer would be yes, you want accuracy, but you want just enough to do the job, and then you pretty much want to prioritize a lot of his damage. Particularly the crit damage side of things, but a little bit of defense doesn't hurt either. There's always caveats behind my answers. I hate to say it that way, but like, you guys ask open-ended questions in which, has a lot of specificity sometimes involved into it. So that's my get out of jail free card, because I would hate to tell y'all to do this and then so-and-so said do this, and it's like, well, yeah, that's applicable generalistically, but if you want specificity, it's a little different, That's my get out of jail free card, Let's say you run Arbiter, Loki, Madam, and a nuker. You should be fine depending on where you're at in the game. That's kind of where I'm getting at. I'm 5 years free to play, but I got very bad luck in pools. I got awesome gear. Interesting. Then I guess the question would be more so tailored around what supports are using. Maybe one of them may have less of a need.
I'm just fucking around to reset, and then I'm gonna go back to my main and actually knock some
Also,
stuff
sorry
out.
for the bad luck on the champion pool, bro. I think we all, to some degree, have been there. Sorry, I got called away. Don't think you know me from Arena, but I suck at Arena. Do you do YouTube, Hellstar? Or am I trolling? Let me think of somebody else. Maybe it's Nelstar. By the way, good to see you, sir. Or ma'am. Or anything in between. Did you do the report? I completed most content without him, so it's just hard to justify a spot. I booked him, though, because I thought he had potential. It's tough, because, like, there are... I don't have access to the champions to explore, but I believe there are outlets by which he is useful in. But not in an orthodox way. And until I...
Oh, you're dealing with whoever's watching.
Without being able to specifically say it, because I don't want to, put my horse in front of the cart, or the cart in front of the horse, so to speak. It's kind of hard to say. I just built Broncos, Wixwell, Yannicka, Loki, Emek, Nia, Demitha, Nightmare, Hydra Team. How many clash points am I gonna get tomorrow? I have no idea. What difficulty and how much damage can you get out of it? Multiply that times the difficulty's bonus, and then there you go. Most people, if they can get at least one.
See, what I don't get is how I'm so far ahead on this one with PvP, but like this one right here.
Yes, I do all fusion except
like I'm on brutal now. Hold on.
So I saved resources instead. I didn't calculate how broken he is.
See. I'm all the way over here on 12-3 brutal, but yeah, if I go here,
Dudes here, no insults intended. Gotcha. I appreciate it, man. So then
shit.
Thor should be a
Little
solid
too
arena
fast.
nuker. He shouldn't need anyone else.
I'm stuck on hard, level 10.
Yeah. If you
It's
got the
been
gear for
fucking
it, I would assume
confusing,
so.
man.
Most nukers, if they're built well enough and they're viable enough, they'll do their job. I think one thing you guys have to be exposed towards, excluding and barring the newer champions, because, you know, they should be hopefully built up well enough to a point where, or designed well enough so that they're relevant in today's meta. But, like, there are some champions that are good for a small period of time on your account, but then they're superseded by something that's a little bit stronger. You guys are aware that there is an obvious power creep that exists in this game, right? Compared to, like, champions that existed before, compared to champions that are coming out now, there's an obvious discrepancy with power creep. As long as you guys agree with me
I'm gonna
there,
want to
then
throw that
my
back
statement
on Loki
stands
now.
that, like, there's a shelf life for certain champions. Like, if you're making a buy with Yannicka, more power to you. Yannicka has a shelf life when it comes to PvP. The same thing is also true for some other champions, even newer ones, depending on how you look at it, you know? These stay up at games in general, yeah. My 338 speed Razzlebarg is hard to beat. They same affinity. Sure. Well, he said he has awesome gear, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, you could probably plug and play outside of the bottom row for... But see, the thing is, I would treat Loki like a... So that kind of contradicts the build pathing that you would do for, like, the war specifically, you know? Trend of forever? My bad. Thor is a better arena nuker than Razzlebarg, in my opinion. Should be, because he has some values, I think, that allow him to... You know what, let's pull up this kit. Y'all are in the mode to talk about it, so...
Y'all got him. Or should have got him. If you haven't pulled him, pull him.
So the fact that he has some ignore effects is really, really good. In particular to today's environment too, there's a lot of areas that incorporate like block damage and unkillable that you'll see in champions kits, as well as gear pathing. So like the A2 is not bad, the A3 is just raw damage. I still don't think that we're fully in a meta that allows for debuffing so aggressively. So the A3 does have that little drawback where it's polyable. However, Pinpoint has made it a lot more easier to kind of allow that to come through. Would you build him in a